Welcome back here to the Luling Eagle Sports broadcast. Rolling on here with our 2024 Watermelon Thump Queen Candidates show. Again, Eric Lugo with you here. I'm from Porch in downtown Luling, Texas. And I got a little round table going now. I know you can't see everybody here, but you do see our athletic director / head football coach, the new for 2024-2025, Jeremiah Granado. And he's got some of his staff here. They're around the table. Like I said, you can't see them, but they'll kind of holler and you'll be able to hear their voices. But Coach, I'll go ahead and let you, since you're here, go ahead and introduce all the folks that you had come with you today.
All right, so I'll start over here. This is Coach Geiger. Coach Geiger will be our head basketball. Do you want me to turn this?
Yeah, you can.
All right, so here we go.
Yeah.
There's Coach Geiger right there. Local legend, I hear, but yeah, so he's going to be our head basketball. And I think we got a steal when we got him. You know, he was at the Shiner schools districts, and then right here, if you just slide this way,
a little bit, yeah.
All right, there's the other local legend. There's Coach Matthews. He's going to be our new head baseball coach. He spent some time here in Luling, several years back, right? How many years back?
5 years ago.
5 years ago, he spent some time here, and we had some success. So we're excited to have him. Right here is going to be Bill McCabe. He's going to be our offensive coordinator.
Yeah,
there he is. I don't want to turn it too much because he comes with us. You know, he spent time in Bastrop or Cedar Creek, Bastrop, and then he spent time at Industrial, and so just get a lot of experience and knowledge from him. And then right here is going to be our assistant boys coordinator. Yeah, you don't have to. I don't know if I can turn it.
Yeah, that's what's going to go with that.
Turn it anymore. Coach Gillis, he does more of our O-line stuff.
Okay.
Boys coordinator, kind of coordinates a lot of the stuff for us. Special teams coordinator. He does a lot of good for us. And then right here we have Miss.
You can turn her.
Here we go. Yeah, that's Rachel, Miss Altman, and she'll be our head girls basketball, and we're excited to have her. And so.
Great.
That's the round table. Do you want me to show the wives too? Oh no.
No, they're here though. Coach Renado's wife's here, and then Coach Geiger's fiance, and we got another wife I believe back there. So thank y'all for taking time. I mentioned y'all off camera for being here. I know y'all got summer going on, and y'all doing summer workouts. And speaking of that, can you talk, Coach Renado, a little bit about how summer workouts are going for the football?
It's going good. You know, our numbers kind of go up and they kind of go down. I'm sure this week it might be a little down, you know, with the the Watermelon Thump. And so we're consistently sitting up there in the mid-30s or so, and we've had higher. You know, we just want to continue to climb. You know, and I know it takes a building process. It's not something that's just going to be done in 1 year. But we continue to reach out. You know. The kids that do come, though, man, they're improving. They're getting stronger. They're getting better. They're getting faster. We're able to implement like plays and defensively and offensively, and they get a lot of one individual coaching, you know, because so they're able to split up and we go in different groups, and so I try to make it as quick as possible for them. I know a lot of kids got jobs and want to make money, you know, and I'm all for it. You know, they want to help contribute in some way in their household. So we just try to make it as quick as possible. So what we've done is we set an hour and a half with the girls, an hour and a half with the junior high boys, and an hour and a half with the high school boys, and then we release them. You know, so done by 11 is how we put it. But they're growing, they're getting stronger, and the more they continue to come, you start to see the results. You know, so
yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I was mentioning to you that I had seen some video of Gary Cantu, which I'm assuming he's going to go into camp as a starter, QB1, and he looked really good in the videos that I saw, the 7-on-7 that y'all have been participating in. So you want to talk a little bit about, you know, how Gary's looking into maybe even all the other like Brayson Spencer. I saw you guys posted something or Eagle Nation about Brayson Spencer. You know,
and there's a lot to go around, and another one's Lucas. You know, and David. There's just so many that have continued to improve. Juice and his brother are doing phenomenal. And I know I'm leaving some kids out, but I can't. You know, we don't have a lot of time, so
exactly for sure.
But just speaking on Gary, Gary's body's just starting to transform, and you can start to see the result, him just being there all the time, and he's going to be one of the candidates for quarterback, and he's going to be one of the candidates for linebacker and kicker, and but he's just developed so much, and I want to say he hadn't missed a day this year,
right?
And it just shows,
right?
His growth is just shown. I feel like since we've gotten here and been able to work with him a little bit, his just progression's gotten a whole lot better. And so, but he does a phenomenal job and has a great work ethic, and a lot of times that's what it takes.
Yes, sir, for sure. Not just with this stuff, but in life, we all know that too, right? So, Coach Geiger, you're new here, but like Coach Granado said, your family is based here. So, talk a little bit about where you came from a little bit, the pedigree, and we talked about that a little while ago off camera, and then also like what your plans are for this season becoming the new boys basketball coach here at Luling Independent School District.
Sure. Yeah, no, I went to school here in junior high, up until junior high, and then I left. I went to Shiner St. Paul, where I graduated from, and I went back there to start my coaching career. So that was really cool. Over that time, like you said, we've won several state championships, and for me, it was really good to work with a staff that was hard. They're hardworking, about the kids, and coming here, talking to Coach Granado with my interview and everything. It's a similar feeling, and it's really cool to come in here and be a part of a new staff that's looking to change the culture, looking to build something here. And for me, it just means something as well, just because, like you said, I have the ties here. My mom still lives here, so it's really cool. Kind of a full circle moment coming back.
Yes, sir.
And I'm really excited to get started.
Yes, sir. We're excited to have you for sure. I mean, speaking for myself, I'm sure my colleagues, when they do join us later in the season, they're going to get started with the football and everything else. I'm sure they'll speak to that too. We'll find out when we get there. But Coach Corey Matthews, he's back with us too after being gone for a little bit. His 2-minute drive to work, I guess he had to have a little bit longer drive, so now he's coming back down here to Luling. So Coach, talk a little bit about what you got going on these last few years, and then why you were gone after you left the first time, and then you coming back with the decision of that, and then like what your plans are for the baseball team this year.
When I left, I went over to Seguin. I was working with a buddy that I had worked with at a previous job before that. And I was living in Seguin. We just bought a house, so it was better for my wife and I. We moved over there. So last 5 years, I was over there as the first assistant, and we had some success recently, and we're getting that thing going. But I saw an opportunity to come back over here and be a head coach again. And I've really enjoyed my time in Luling the first time, and it's been calling to me since. And so
he looks better in green.
Yes, sir. He sure does. I wholeheartedly agree with that. So. I got to tell you, especially you, Coach Granado, I don't know what you do here then, but, Coach Matthews, you'll remember this. We talked about there was a student here back then named Will Calloway that, we didn't have that nice net that we have there now. And, of course, I'm a baseball announcer, have been, those of y'all that are unaware, for the last 30 seasons, will be my season 31 coming up. But, back when Coach Matthews was there the first time, it had the fence where if you hit a foul ball just right, it went back there into the press box. It's like, we ask him for hazard pay because it's like, well, we need some hazard pay because it's like if this ball goes back here in the press box, I might lose some teeth or something. So anyway, thank God I don't have to worry about that anymore, Coach Matthews, because they got a nice high net now, and of course. I like to say it was because of us, but I know it was because of that new school that's there off to the right there with you going to the baseball field. Those of y'all that are from here or have been here know what it's like. So welcome back, Coach Matthews. I'm glad to have you back, and look forward to working with you once again. And of course, that's not all you're going to do. You're doing stuff with the football team also, correct?
Yes, football as well. Right now I'm on the defensive side.
Okay.
So I'm learning and with the kids, the scheme, and growing right along with them.
Right. And so we have also Coach McCabe is here. And so, as he mentioned, he's from Cedar Creek. He knows Coach Granado for their time there together. So, Coach McCabe, can you talk a little bit about your role, what you're going to be doing?
I'm going to be the offensive coordinator and coach quarterbacks and also the head track coach.
Okay. And I have to say, you look a whole lot like a guy that Coach Matthews now follow Jeff Fry. He looks a whole lot like Jeff Fry. So, Rito, if you're watching this, and I'm gonna make sure you watch this later. I mean, he looks a lot like you. He's not on camera right now, but you're gonna see him later on, and that's like, yeah, because I know he's one of our honorary LASB fans, I call him. So, of course, I had the honor of meeting him through some channels there in Austin, and so he's become a good friend. And I know Coach Matthews is aware that he's just a super nice guy. Him being a former Major League Baseball player, 15 seasons. They're not all like that, but he's one of the rare ones that a super nice guy. And so just easy to communicate with. Doesn't matter, if you want to ask him a question, he's always available for you. So, and then Coach, you're going to be the new girls basketball coach. So can you talk a little bit about what your plans are for the season upcoming?
Well, I came from Smithville. I spent 2 years there, and we actually played against Luling a couple of times, and I was impressed with their effort and their hard work. And I have family here as well, and so that was my big draw. My grandbaby will be starting pre-K this year, so family's very important to me, and so I, got over here as fast as I could.
So, and welcome. We're glad to have you. So, I know just like the rest of y'all are all here for a reason. Y'all are here to, want to see the kids succeed. Of course, we like to win district championships and that kind of thing and go to the playoffs. But also, the main thing, and I don't mention this to Coach Granado earlier, is just for them to grow as men, and women, of character, young men, young women. So I know that's going to be a big, you guys are going to have a big part of that as well. So, Coach, let's talk a little bit about the schedule while I have you here. We know that you got some upcoming games, some new opponents this year, got a new district, and so you want to talk a little bit about the schedule for this year? Yes, sir.
And just kind of going through that schedule, it didn't do us any favors.
Exactly.
We got a couple schools that are 5A. Some, some of them I think we can compete with and do well with. I know Shiner does well and stuff like that. But ultimately, it's a tough schedule. I'm not denying that. But what it does do is it helps you get ready for your district. And so I think if we could just go in there healthy and go in there with the same enthusiasm as we do starting the season, that we can have some success.
Yes, sir. And then, of course, like I said, you got some new opponents. You got, I believe, the San Antonio School, Burbank, I think it is.
Burbank.
So I got that. And of course, that's going to be a Thursday game. And then while I'm at it, and I'll probably bring this up again later, I had already informed Coach Granado we will not be broadcasting that game because, unfortunately, Texas State University has a game the same day, and I do some media stuff for them. So we will get information to you on how to watch that because our understanding is someone in San Antonio will be doing that. So that will probably be the only game that we do not broadcast varsity-wise. So, of course, we may broadcast some of the other ones. We'll come up with a schedule. We'll communicate that out later on. But I did want to mention that, while these guys are here so that you're aware of that already. But, Coach, talk a little bit, too. We lost Blanco in the district, but then we gained Florence. So is that going to, like you said, may not have done us any favors there either. But can you talk a little bit about that?
I hadn't, and the thing is with Florence is, none of the schools that we play have played them. And so getting film on them is very difficult, and so you never want to judge a team by what they did the previous year because you don't know what's incoming. Yes, and, just kids are developing and coaches are developing as a scheme. I think I want to say they run a little bit more of a slot team. They kind of want to run the ball a little heavy. But other than that, I don't have a lot of film on them. There's nothing to go off of other than some YouTube clips.
Yes, sir.
We don't
look at YouTube here.
I think we can match up pretty well. I think we can match up pretty well with them. So.
Yes, sir. And then, of course, also the other sports are going to have new district too. It's pretty much a wholesale new district. We've got a lot of teams that we do have a couple that are going to stay in, but then, of course, we're picking up some new ones as well. So I think Goliath those, if I remember correctly. So just can you talk a little bit about those for these sports for these other your other coaches?
Yeah, and I'll let kind of Geiger and them talk about it, but it just completely changed. It's like a complete new district. But I think it's a district where we can be competitive. Even just speaking basketball wise, They've competed every Thursday for the last couple of weeks and just continued to grow, you know. And then I know Coach Matthews will have the baseball kids getting rolling here pretty quick. And you know as well as I know that 8th grade group is a big, lot of good baseball kids on that group. And I just think the progress that they make coming up, I think we could have tons of success. But I'll let them kind of talk about that district and kind of get into it.
Y'all want to go ahead?
Yeah, I can go first. So for basketball, the district is going to be Post, Goliad, Karn City, Stockdale, and Nixon Smiley. So that's versus going to like San Antonio, some of those schools out that way. And Marions, we're losing them this year. And those are schools, I mean, they're close. I mean, I'm somewhat familiar with them. But like Coach said, we've been playing on Thursdays. I think there's a lot of potential there with this group that we've got coming in. And I think we should be able to compete pretty decent within the district. Like I said, I'm pretty excited about it. Yeah.
Yes,
I
sir.
think we should be all right.
Yeah, for sure. Coach Matthews?
Same district. So as basketball, I know Poth is going to be really strong in baseball. They've been good this year. Goliad was good this year. Karn City had a good year. So it is going to be a strong district. It's not quite as strong as the district that we were in when I was first year.
Yes, sir.
With Hallettsville and Yoko.
Yeah, right.
The little SEC. But
Yeah, the Murder Road District.
yeah,
Yeah,
we're
right.
going to be competitive. I know we are. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and this program that I want to ask Coach Granado about this, that you started up for this year. I've seen on the Eagle Nation that those y'all that aren't aware, there's Eagle Nation on Facebook that you can follow.
Yeah,
and also
follow
on
us.
X as well. And so, can you speak a little bit about this program that you started up? A wonderful program, might I add, with these. I think it's 4 businesses in town.
Yeah.
And then the kind of how it involves the athletes.
Well, we just really like collectively want to involve the community, you know. We want to make sure that we can, you know, and I'm still going through some stuff and hopefully here pretty quick I can get some more stuff out. But we just want to make sure that when you go in a restaurant in Luling, that you see Luling Eagle stuff. Like you see helmets with decals, jerseys, stuff like that, you know. Matter of fact, I was talking to a lady the other day that was I won't say her name because she may not want to be said.
No,
but,
okay, right.
She's riding she's going to be one of the class members about to graduate. Or they graduated several years ago. I don't want to throw the year out.
Okay.
And she wanted to borrow some old jerseys for
Right.
her whole team, you know. And we just want to make sure that we're doing our part as far as involving the community.
Yes, sir.
And getting everybody involved. And when you go to a restaurant, you see Luling Eagle stuff. And I think that's some stuff that we can start to see the change with the buy-in in the community, you know. And the businesses are a big part of what we do. And gets people here, and those kids every day they get a 45-minute lunch.
Yes, sir.
Well, we want them to go eat at those businesses that
Right,
support
exactly.
us, you know. And so when we talk, we'll encourage that, you know, like, hey, go eat here, go eat here, and go eat here, you know. And so, but what we do is we take 4 businesses, we rotate it monthly, and we just say, hey, City Market I think was first, and we did City Market Athlete of the Week, and I think Miss Bryant got it. She's another phenomenal person that just comes all the time and is getting better. And then we had Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut did an awesome job. And now this fine lady here just said we can do it here too. So yeah, she's on the list too.
On the list.
So we got another one for Mom's Front Porch. And so the idea is just to rotate it, you know. And this isn't just a high school deal. You know, if we feel like there's an athlete of the week on the junior high level,
yes,
we're going to throw them in. You know, we want to just make sure that we're doing it across the board.
Yes, sir. And
Whether,
it's kind of like with us too, Coach. We're trying to, you know, we had been asked a lot and said, well, how come we don't broadcast junior high games? How come we don't broadcast, sub-varsity, JV or whatever? And the thing is those y'all are aware, we're volunteers. We don't get paid.
Yeah.
So we all have day jobs that we work at. So we would love to do every game that we possibly could. It's just not, I mean, we got bills we got to pay too. So that's why, you know, we're not able to do, but we do try to work as much as we can in. We try to have like a couple of sub-varsity games.
Right.
We try to have a couple of junior high games in so that we can, you know, try to appease as many of the fans out there as we possibly can and parents also. So, you know, please forgive us. We try our best, try to do what we can, but we can only do so much, just given the way things are. So just be aware of that. But yeah, this lady over here, I'll just say what she said. I know she's aware of it. It's all about the kids, and I'm sure you guys will agree with that too. It's all about the kids, so that's why, she says that she's going to step up, and I don't doubt that a second. She stepped up for us, and like she was saying a while ago, she's been with us since the beginning, pretty much. She was actually the title sponsor for everything up until last year, and then she's now just the title sponsor for the fall sports of football, volleyball, and cross country. But, she still helped us. She could have said no after we wanted to kind of branch out and add more title sponsors to the mix, and so, but no, she said, like you said, it's all about the kids. So it's it's wonderful. So again, I do thank y'all for joining me today and taking time out of your. I know you said Coach Granado had mentioned to me that you guys are doing summer stuff. You did not open there at the district on Fridays, and so the fact that so many of y'all came is wonderful. I really appreciate it. And anything any of y'all want to add before we head out?
Well, there's a couple things I want to add. It's just one is thank you to City Market and Joey and them, Joey and Joe.
Yeah, right.
They do an awesome job. Our Pizza Hut and Mom's Front Porch, they do a phenomenal job. Subway's, I think, in on our mix. They'll be rotated through as well. And then something that's not said enough is we got an awesome booster club and administration.
Oh, yes,
and it just doesn't get better than that, and they support us. And just if you know anybody want to be a part of it, I know there's some people not wanting to step down here pretty quick, and so we really need people from the younger group.
Yes,
to step it up,
Yes,
so,
for sure.
But just there's a lot of people to thank, and our soup, she's awesome as well. So
yes, sir. So I do have one more question I want to ask you. Your predecessor, when he was here, of course, we were wearing these shirts. He always tried to get the swag out there for the Luling Eagles. You were talking about that a while ago, getting stuff in the shops and stuff. But you got any plans to I need some more swag.
He's trying to pick me apart right here.
So we got some swag coming down the line.
So and I'll say this, and I'll just be honest. So when I put in an order, I try to throw in an extra. And try to give the people that help us a bunch too, and so hopefully we have enough to go around the whole list.
Yes, sir.
But I got you one.
Okay.
All right, but I got you one. I'll go ahead and throw that.
I like that. I like this man already.
Your partner now. He didn't come today.
I know. Yeah, right. Well, you know what? On that, I say, they're always welcome. They know they're always welcome to come. They just, they don't. For whatever reason, they're not here. So
he may only get a hat. Then.
Okay,
that's it.
Yeah,
so cut him off.
So and we look forward to working with all of y'all. And we're gonna. I mentioned to you earlier, we're gonna have, and I think I put it online as well, that on August 10th, after y'all finish the first week of 2 days, we're gonna have y'all back on and there at the field, and then kind of everybody talk about what y'all are going through at that point, and then we're just gonna crank it up, and then go down the line each of y'all seasons, and we'll cover y'all. Of course, we do broadcast pretty much all the home games that we can, varsity level, and then whatever JV ones, junior high ones we can do, and then we just in playoffs come around, we just cross that bridge when we come to it. But we love doing it. Obviously, like I said earlier, we don't get paid, so we gotta love what we do. So we it's appreciated that the school district continues to let us do it and support. You mentioned earlier, not only you guys, but then also your boss, Miss Erin Warren, the superintendent over there. So she was the one that got us even, once we came to a point where we didn't know we were going to continue to exist, because the guy that got us started went back where he came from. I talked to her, and like you said, she's awesome. She just said, yes, what do you need? You tell me what you need, we'll make it happen, and you just pick it up and go from there. So kind of how it came about. So anything else from any of y'all before we head out? And again, I thank y'all for taking the time for joining us.
Good.
Okay. All right. So I look forward to working with all of y'all down the line. And if I could ask y'all to stick around real quick, I'd like to take a picture since so many of y'all are here. And then we'll post it on our Luling Eagles Sports broadcast that we have on we have X, and we also have, of course, the Facebook. So I definitely want to do that. But thanks, Coach Granado and all his new staff, Coach Matthews, Coach Geiger, Coach McCabe. And then again, y'all, Coach Gillis and
Coach Altman.
Coach Altman. Okay, so thank y'all all for being here. So appreciate it. So we'll be on here in a few more minutes with Eliana Rondon, the next Thump Queen candidate. So thank y'all for joining us. And
She's
yeah,
here.
she's over there.
She's ready.
So appreciate it. Just stay tuned. We'll be back here shortly here on the Luling Sports Broadcast.